All right. Where are we at? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. What's going on? Wait for people to get up in here, man. Wait for people to get up in here. Can y'all read the title? I don't know if you guys can see the title or not. Let's have a discussion this evening, shall we? Harley, what's going on? What is going on? You guys read the title? The title is Craziest Things a Recruiter Has Lied to You About. Um, Wise guy, great to see you, sir. Curious, what are the differences in being a recruiter now as opposed to when you first started? Has it become easier? Great question. Great question. Great question. So, two-part answer. All right. To answer the first part, um, what's different? There's a lot of factors that kind of blew my mind. You guys know I've been making videos about the Marine Corps for years before I even became a recruiter. Um, I would probably say just getting over like the actual facts about everything as opposed to some of the things that I've learned or some of the things that I thought was true about the Marine Corps versus whenever I became a recruiter to learn the actual truth. It was kind of different going off of what I used to know versus what is actually true, if that makes sense. As far as has it become easier? Recruiting will never become easier, man. It's a grind every single step of the way. It's a grind every single step of the way. Um, am I looking forward to getting back into boat fuel? We'll see, man. We got another year. I'm not even thinking about my MOS right now, to be honest with you, man. The only thing I'm thinking about is just recruiting as of now. So we getting more people in here. I need more. Let's get some more stuff in the chat. Let's get this stream popping. All right, I got a couple of things I need to finish up here, so I might as well talk to you guys while I do it. My recruiter told me to lie about my marijuana possession conviction, and I insisted on trying to get a moral waiver. The commanding officer refused to send it up. Wow. I don't. I don't. That's stupid. You can't lie about anything like that. If you've been convicted on it, it's on your record. That's kind of like a no-brainer. Not sure exactly how that played out for you. Commanding officer refusing to send up a waiver is definitely not a thing. That I will tell you. Um, how did that turn out for you? Just curious. Just curious. No doubt, wise guy. No doubt. No doubt. Just finishing up some stuff here. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. 6 people in the chat. What's good, 6 people? Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button for me real quick. Y'all hit the like button for your boy real quick, man. So the way more people can get this. I know I started kind of late. I usually don't stream this late, but I usually don't stream this late. Yeah, my little girl, she's good, man. She's getting big. 6 months. 6 months, almost 20 pounds. She's a healthy little girl. I'll tell you that much. She hefty. She is good. She is good, good, good. All right, let's go ahead and go scan some stuff real quick. How have you overcame having a micromanager or very difficult leadership? What your strategies you use to get past it or overcome a poor leader? Well, first, this is very, very important, and I like to use this for everyone. Okay, we gotta identify what a poor leader is. Okay, because this thing in the military, a lot of people like to toss out poor leader, toxic leadership, and things like that, but fail to realize that there is a such thing as a toxic follower as well. There is a such thing as a poor follower as well. Okay, so that's something that we have to definitely address. What is a poor leader? But to answer that question in regards to micromanaging, um, if you're getting micromanaged, that's on you. That's something that you need to figure out exactly what is the reason for you being micromanaged in a sense, okay? It could be because you're new at something. All right. A lot of people think just because you get a little bit extra supervision because you're new, that's not a bad thing. That just means you probably have a leader who truly cares that makes sure you do it the correct way and is going to hold you accountable. So the way whenever you learn to do it the correct way, you now learn to do it the correct way, right? It's the same on recruiting duty, man. It's I had a brand new recruiter here. I had to micromanage him for a little bit until he gets up to speed to learn his craft, to do his own thing. Once he learned his own thing, I left him alone. So I got to sign it. So it honestly just depends. Let me see real quick. As far as strategies, you got to gain the trust. That's first and foremost. You have to perform at a level. You have to perform at a level that's going to make whoever your leadership is comfortable enough to allow you to do your own thing, right? And sometimes people that think that, like I said again, sometimes people think that's a bad thing. I don't view it as a bad thing at all. I'd rather somebody be in my shit telling me the right way to do something as opposed to allow me to fail and figure it out by myself. All right. That's not how I learn. Okay. I have to be taught something. And then, if you're going to, um, micromanage me through it, at least teach me. Like I said, again, as long as you're learning something from it, I don't think that should be a bad thing. You know what I mean? It's only whenever you're not learning something, it's whenever you're not learning from it, that's when it becomes a bad thing. All right, let's go down to it. Good evening. What's going on, Fire Chief? I remember I was an applicant asking you silly questions. Now, I've been in for almost about 1 year and 7 months. God bless you, brother. Hey, Marine. Simple freaking fire, man. Those weird questions, no such thing as a weird question, bro. Trust me, I get, you guys would be surprised by the amount of questions I get on a day-to-day basis here on this duty, man. That's just questions that don't make no damn sense, right? But like I said again, if you don't ask those questions, you will never find out the answer, right? So, I'm not military, but I always respected the Marines. Most badass. Appreciate that, Balla. Balla mean. When do you make gunnery sergeant? Hopefully next year, or either hopefully I get put on a meritorious board. So we can, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed, to be honest. It's hopefully next year, though. I'm looking at it for next year. Let's hope. Come on, baby. Let's hope. I don't know if you guys can see the merch, and I do have merch on this channel as well. Not this specific. This is like the first merch I ever released back in like 2021 or something like that, 2022. It's one of those years. So this is no longer available. If you guys do want like my own custom hoodies, skivvy shirts, shit like that, I think I do have some. I've been trying to get a waiver approved for over a year for taking antidepressants for a few months. Why the hell they accept a dude with prior self-harm incidents before me? Well, to answer that question, sir, everyone's situation is different. Okay. In regards to the waiver process, not sure exactly what documents you're using for your waivers, but they are looking at specific shit. So antidepressants For one, you got to have proof that to where you're not being prescribed, you're not taking antidepressants anymore. So you got to gather all of your pharmacy records. Not sure which pharmacy you use, whether it's like a CVS or a Walgreens or like a pharmacy. Whenever you did receive the medication from a hospital or something like that, first thing you have to do is that. Okay, since you was taking antidepressants or antidepressant medication, they're just going to automatically assume that you were depressed and you had anxiety and all of this other stuff. So now you got to go get a full psychiatric eval. Psychiatric eval consisting of a legit psychiatric eval on anxiety, self-harm, depression, the whole nine. So it's pretty much like a grading scale that they will use, and it will rate you whether or not, from like on a scale from 1 to 10, how do the where do the psychiatrists view you? Okay, obviously the lower the numbers, the more favorable to go along with a clearance letter. Okay, I'm not sure exactly where you live in regards. Like, I'm not sure exactly where you live. Now, I'm not saying that those waivers are easy to get approved, because they're not. They're only easy to get approved whenever you provide all the necessary documents. Okay. All the necessary documents, right? And everything has to be exactly what the doctors is who approves it is looking for, if that makes sense. So I'm not sure exactly why it's taking you so long in regards to that. Yeah, he practically did. I love it. All right, come on. We got a lot of people in here. Let's talk. A lot of y'all just hanging out in the shadows. Let's see. What do you see are the long-term effects of certain branches lowering their ASVAB's physical requirements? Have you seen any of this yourself firsthand? Here's what I can say about the other branches lowering their standards, right? Um, for one, lowering the ASVAB, to me personally, should never be a thing. Should never be a thing. Now, if you're going to lower your standards in regards to the height and weight standards and things like that, physical test score standards, okay, cool. But lowering the requirements for ASVAB testing should never be a thing. Obviously, you guys know the Marine Corps is the only branch that don't lower its standards. We're not lowering the standards in regards to the ASVAB. We're not lowering the standards in regards to um, height and weight, physical test scores, or any of those things, right? So we're looking for the best. Only the best and brightest can be able to do this, believe it or not, because I know it's the Marine Corps. But how did I see it firsthand? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know, because here's the thing: I don't care about what the other branches are doing. I don't pay attention to the other branches in regards to recruitment or anything like that. Honestly, don't. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, since my time on recruiter duty, I probably have walked over 20 people to the Army or Navy's office because they wasn't qualified to join the Marine Corps. That I can't tell you. Okay. Um, Now, how it affects them, I don't know. I mean, it's only been recently since they made those changes in regards to the ASVAB and physical standards. So we're probably going to need a couple of years to determine that. Um, but man, like it, other branches are struggling right now. The other branches are struggling, and they should be the ones not struggling. They're the ones with all the money. They're the ones with all the bonuses. They're the ones with all of that other stuff. But people, I guess nowadays people don't care about that stuff, man. Um, they don't care about the money. They don't really care about the benefits, especially in like inner city areas. They just want to get the fuck out of here and become a better version of themselves, man. So that's why the Marines has been dominating recruiting on all fronts for the past couple of years. We've been fucking dominating. The Marine Corps has recruited more people. We're like in my area, we're dominating recruiting. We're dominating the Navy. We're dominating the Air Force. The only branch of service that recruits more than us is the Army. And the reason being is because they have, I don't know, 3 times the amount of recruiters we have out here. So we put that into perspective, and it's not by much either. It's only about like, I don't know, maybe 4%, right? They got like 4% more than us. But if you look at it in terms of how small the Marine Corps is, we're dominating. We're dominating, and we're doing all of that without lowered standards. So it should just tell you something, I guess. I don't know. You got to do a day in the life as a Marine recruiter part 2. Wait for the video. I love the first part. Very interesting. I got you. Definitely. I've been slacking in regards to content. Honestly, been slacking. Honestly, I'll get better. I promise you guys, I'll get better. What are some of the biggest issues with retention within the Marine Corps? What do junior Marines value, and why do you feel 1 in 4 remain in the Corps? Great question. So it's one of those things. Was one of those statistics I honestly couldn't believe until I became a recruiter. And whenever I was a recruiter, or whenever I was a canvassing recruiter, I worked with the career planner. She was a career planner. That was her job, but she was just on recruiting duty. And she pretty much gave me the insight on why a lot of Marines get out of the Marine Corps and things like that. A lot of them go off to find better things to do. You guys need to understand the Marine Corps is used as a stepping stone to be able to achieve whatever you want to do greater in your life. And if it takes the average Marine 4 years to be able to do that and move on to some better stuff, to use what they learned in the Marine Corps to go off and do some better things, perfect. That's absolutely fucking perfect. I feel like the Marine Corps did them some justice. Okay. The other part, believe it or not, is some job fields are competitive for retention, right? We can only retain so many individuals, and a lot of people end up leaving the Marine Corps because they can't reenlist. They're not good enough, or they didn't meet the deadline to put in a package, or there was a lot of people reenlisting who was on a higher tier than them. So unfortunately for those individuals, they have to leave the Marine Corps, and a lot of them has to do with like first year incidents of them getting in trouble, right? So I tell people, don't get in trouble. Try your best not to get in trouble. Don't get no DUIs. Don't get no NJPs and things like that, because it just makes it that much harder for you to remain in the Marine Corps. But like, you guys look at what Troll the Great, right? YouTuber. He's doing real estate now. He's very successful doing that. That's perfect. That's what I wanted for him. Okay. Exactly what I wanted for him. He did his time in the Marine Corps, got out and did some great shit. You guys remember Nava the Beast? Nava the Beast, the biggest Marine YouTuber before I came along. Same shit, bro. He's fucking millionaire now. He owns all this real estate property, companies, and everything like that. Did his time in the Marine Corps. He got out and excelled and did some greater things, right? So we all look at the 1 in 4 remaining in the Corps as a bad thing. I look at it as a good thing. I look at it as a bunch of Americans who learned everything they needed to learn from the Marine Corps to go off to go live a successful life. Okay, you're not mandated to do more than 4 years. That's the point a lot of people forget. You're not mandated to do 4 years. You can do 4 years in the fucking Marine Corps, get out, go to law school, become the governor, and then become the vice president of the United States in regards to Vice President J.D. Vance. You see what I'm saying? You don't need to make the Marine Corps career. And as a recruiter, I kind of understand that more every single day, right? Every single day. Someone said you still need college no matter what. It just depends. It just depends on what you want to do. A couple of days ago, a CEO of a construction company walked into my office. The CEO himself told me to his face, "Do you know any veterans? Do you know any reservists? Do you know any Marines who's getting out of the Marine Corps who needs a job? I'm paying 6 figures." Why? Why the CEO of a company uh, is out there trying to find people? It's because his recruiting team is fucking trash. His HR department is trash. He told us that himself. They can't hire people. He's missing out on tens of millions of dollars every single year in projects because he doesn't have the manpower, right? So I get what you're saying. Yeah, you still need college. Of course, I agree with that as well. You can do college in the Marine Corps. Okay? You can do college in the Marine Corps. You don't need college for everything though. Let's stop it there. Because that's just a lie. So, I mean, it just depends. What else you guys got? I took the ASVAB while I was talking to the Army recruiters and then went next door and joined the Navy instead. He was pissed. Um, I mean, okay, it happens, right? A lot of people think just because you come talk to one branch of service that you have to show loyalty to that branch of service. And, we over here, we don't have that problem. We're pretty upfront with everything. And kids tend to lean their loyalty towards us. Because one thing about me, I'm going to take care of somebody's son or daughter. That's just me. I'm going to take care of them, right? What are your plans after recruiting? Still up in the air. Still up in the air. Like I said again, I got another year on recruiting duty. We'll see how it treats me. I went to Iraq in the Ohio National Guard, came out with a Marine combat patch. National Guard, wow. Something has to definitely happen whenever the National Guard deploys. Because I remember I used to live next door to a National Guard captain. He was a captain, and he deployed to Afghanistan as well. And I was like, National Guard, they deployed? I didn't think they were deployed, but they do. So I was like, wow, that's something. Good for you though. That's freaking full speed right there. That's full speed. Mhm. 12 months straight. That's a real deployment right there. That's a deployment. 12 months straight. With combat pay? Yeah, you was right. You was raking in some money. What are some lessons that you believe civilians could learn from service members? What leadership skills have you learned that carry over as a civilian? Well, just how I talk to people and mentor people. I feel like that's a huge one, right? Because we got this theory, right? Like, what's the difference between a leader and a boss, right? Right. A leader will walk you through it, show you how it's done, and do it with you. A boss will just tell you to do it, right? So I feel like that's the biggest. It's the intangible things, right? It's definitely the intangible things, right? But as far as leadership, it's just how to take care of people, how to talk to them, how to mentor them, how to guide them. Um, it's just the things that we don't even think about on a day-to-day basis. Those are probably some of the best qualities that I've learned, no doubt. I don't know why this isn't coming up. That hasn't scanned to me. Do I have to delete some stuff, or is it in the junk? No, it's not in the junk email. I gotta go rescan the damn document. Yeah, I miss Okinawa. Okinawa was it's a laid back place, man. It's a place where you can just not try to stick out in society, and that's what I like. You got everyone here competing with each other. Everyone here in America is competing with one another, right? Who get the most likes on Instagram? All of this other stuff, man. Out there, it's just you're just at peace living. The Marines will make you a good entrepreneur, get you out of your comfort zone. Sometimes that's all it takes. Putting you in your yeah, sometimes that's all it takes. Parfait, IOF, 2025, 03113. Marine Corps officer worth it? I don't know, big dog. I'm not an officer. But one thing I can tell you is out of all the other officers I talked to, it's worth it. It's hard work though. It's hard. It's very selective, man. I tell people that like very few can even become Marines. Even fewer can even become officers to lead Marines. So it's kind of like one of those. Whew, are you up for it? Not even if are you up for the challenge? Can you even be a part of the cut to even go to OCS? If that's something you are thinking about, then good on you. Out there. And a part of me being on recruiting duty, I can tell you guys firsthand that I was able to assist of making some future officers, and it's everything, man. To be able to assist in that. First, I need to take this stupid strap off of this damn camera. Brian Cooper, what's going on? Enjoying retirement. Hey, I hear that, brother. Hey, enjoy it. Enjoy every freaking minute of it. Enjoy it until the wheels fall off of it. That's what I would say. All right. How's being a recruiter been treating you? Being a recruiter is definitely not for the weak. A lot of people think, oh, is it hard to find your quota? No, it's not. It's very, very easy, right? It's more of the lifestyle that comes with it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I spend most of my time with strangers to make them Marines, and I do my own family, right? I'm not gonna call them my kids strangers, right? But whenever they first come in, they're strangers, things like that. I spend more time at work than at home. Okay, for the sole purpose of continuing to help the Marine Corps, continue to become the Marine Corps, or continue to stay the Marine Corps. So it means a lot to me, honestly. It's definitely a good experience, man. I just love talking about the Marine Corps. You guys know, make videos about it for years. But I just love being real too. That's the thing. I love being real. I love being real with these damn kids, man. Because you already know a lot of them ain't gonna tell them the truth about themselves. A lot of recruiters ain't gonna tell them the truth. Let's go ahead and save that. Would you move on from being a recruiter? Well, it definitely has an expiration date, right? Uh, Being a recruiter definitely have an expiration date. I do have the opportunity to become a career recruiter as well. Like I said again, we're just going to see how how the plans play out, man. Um, Definitely. I'm a student at a community college with 70 plus credits. I want to pursue a degree in math and aerospace, and everyone tells me Air Force, but a lot of people say the Marines is not a good option. But a lot of people say the Marines is not a good option. I just like the grit of the Marines and how hard it is to become a Marine. It's as simple as that. See, we have this thing in life to where people can dictate their opinions onto other people, but people fail to realize what they truly want, and that's the issue we have, right? Um, Saying that the Marines is not a good option, well, that's probably just from their own experience or opinions. I knew a MARSOC Marine. Let me tell you the story. A MARSOC Marine back in the 80s. Um, this guy was a high speed motivator, right? He was a MARSOC. He was a fucking raider, right? Did a lot of deployments, got into a lot of shit, did a lot of dope shit within the Marine Corps. Okay, got out of the Marine Corps, start working for this company. I don't know if you guys know them or not, but you know the company that makes F-35s, the F-22s, things like that, right? Lockheed Martin is the company I'm referring to. Can't tell you exactly what much he done, but got a top secret clearance, and he was working hand in hand on the F-22 project as well as the F-35 project for decades. I recruited his son into the United States Marine Corps. Okay, this man lives in a fucking mansion. I mean, like I ain't never been to a goddamn house this big, right? And I remember this shit vividly, right? Because The kid wanted to do something in regards to avionics because obviously his father, contracting job for decades, working on top secret, government aircraft and things like that. So it kind of reminds me of whenever you say aerospace and things like that, right? Um, and I asked his son, I was like, listen, bro, you live in a multi-million-dollar home. Um, I'm sure your father can hook you up with a job right out the gate. Why do you want to join the Marine Corps? And then I kind of started to peel back the onion to this kid, right? And he was like, yeah, he don't care about any of that. Yeah, it would be cool to do in the future. It is something he's thinking about doing, but he ultimately just wants to be like his father, right? And I couldn't understand that for like the longest. What I'm trying to make is if you feel the Marine Corps is something you like the grit, you like the challenging, become a fucking Marine. It's as simple as that. Stop listening to other people talk about, oh, the Marine Corps is not a good option. The Marine Corps is a good option. All right, that's why a majority of the CEOs of all of these fucking companies were at some point Marines. It's just not a coincidence. Okay? It's just not a fucking coincidence in regards to it. It's just what you make out of it in your own experience, to be honest with you. I got to check out, but glad I got to say hello. Good night from West Central Missouri. Missouri. Hell yeah. What are your thoughts on being a Marine Reserves? Marine Reservists. They always have the opportunity. Becoming it. First of all, Marine Reservists don't understand how good they have life, because unlike the other branches of service, our Marine Reservists can take on billets anywhere into where they need. Like let's just say a lance corporal or a corporal, any billet around the world. It could be in a different country. It can be anywhere. They can take on those billets, right? Um, the local reserve station right here next to my office, they just went to training in Japan. It's a deployment, but you guys know how I feel about calling it the going to Japan a deployment, right? So they just went to training for the reserves. They'll be there for 6 months. Okay, they're doctors, lawyers over there, fucking police officers, firefighters, business owners, all in the reserves over there, man. It's a great opportunity to be able to network, right? So a lot of people think, oh, yeah, you're gonna be a Marine. Okay, cool. But it's a better opportunity to be able to network. The reserves ain't nothing but networking, as long as you know how to network. Hey, the flash does work. I got this at a garage sale for free. Put some film in that bad boy, and we taking pictures. Do you know anyone from Eighth and I? I met a couple of people from Eighth and I. One of them walked up to me, say he watched my videos. He loved my videos. It's part of the reason why he joined. That put a tear in my eye. That put a tear in my eye. That was like on MCRD couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Yep. So I met a couple of the silent drill Marines as well. A couple of them watched my videos. They recognized me. So it's really dope being able to be around those guys and just know that my videos made a decision in someone's life to be able to follow my footpath. So that's freaking dope. Have you ever seen a Marine officer take the reserves route? So it's a little bit different for officers. It's a little bit different for officers. Are there reserves officers? Of course they are. Have I seen a lot of them? No, because I'm not an officer recruiter. Right? So the officer recruiter who primarily recruits officers is an officer, right? Obviously, we work side by side with them to be able to support them and help them out with any, potential leads we may see fit as an officer and things like that. But as far as exactly tracking the amount of officers who join, no, I honestly don't. I honestly don't. 2025 03. Let's go here. MOJD. Give me 1 second. Let me text somebody real quick. Yes. Yeah, they're K5. They're active duty. Just had the opportunity to ship 2 fine Americans off to recruit training today. Let's fucking go. 2 more Americans about to go step on those yellow footprints. I love it, man. They got to go get theirs. They got to go get theirs. They got to go get theirs. I got mines. Shit. Anyone in the Marina here? We want the boot camp. We got ours. They got to go get theirs, goddammit. That's all it is. How many Marines that are proud of the title? How many Marines? You have many Marines who are proud of the title and many Marines who don't care for it. Why do you think that is? I don't know. I honestly never met a Marine who wasn't proud of the title. So I don't know. You're gonna have to like rephrase that a little bit. Because I can tell you right now, I can tell you how many times I drive to work and see a Marine Corps sticker on the back of someone's car. I don't never see an Army. I don't never see a Navy. I don't ever see a fucking Air Force retired on the back of people's cars. There's always that red sticker. United States Marine Corps. Right? Every single day. I can walk out in this parking lot right now and I can show you a couple of cars with the sticker on there. I don't even know who the fuck they are. 100%. I can't really answer that question, man. Maybe it wasn't the best route for them, I would say. Or maybe, their experience wasn't the best. But one thing's for certain, they will always be a Marine, whether they care for it or not. Was strolling past Wills. I remember watching you before I enlisted 2.5 years. And as a corporal now, appreciate the push. You're a fucking corporal? Let's go. Backbone of the fucking Corps, baby. NCO. Y'all don't understand how important the fucking rank of corporal is. Motherfuckers just don't understand that shit, bro. Whenever I was a fucking corporal, bro, I was a fucking bulldog, dog. I was a bulldog. Like on some real shit, dog. Y'all don't understand. The rank of corporal holds so much power, yet so many fucking Marines utilize it for good measures too. Not just power for a bad thing. Try to tell people what to do and shit all the damn. No, that's not what I mean, dog. It's just leadership, bro. Being the influence to your Marines. That shit starts at the rank of corporal. It starts at the rank of... Damn, bro. Starts at the rank of corporal. But good shit, Marine. Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by again. Marines sure know how to market themselves. I'll give them that. You watching my shit? Fuck yeah. Like to hit the like button, baby. Who's that, Parfait? Both of us. Hell yeah. Hit the like button. Y'all want to come get in on this action? Y'all come in here real quick. Yeah, y'all come in. Y'all want to see my recruiters? Y'all come get some action, man. I'm taking all the damn airtime. Y'all come get some air action, man.
Do some fucking...
What the high swings used to say?
Some YouTube inception.
Y'all come get some of this damn airtime, man.
What? How does it work? People just...
These are the finest goddamn recruiters here in Orange County. Y'all in Anaheim, Orange County area.
Anacron. Yes, sir.
We call it Anacron because people do get stabbed around this mug, but that's why we're here, try to find those people to get them out of here.
Or they get in bike crashes out front of the office. Were you here for that?
I wasn't here. I heard about that shit.
That was wild.
Yeah, Gunny Nadon told me about that.
What are the hours you're usually putting in as a recruiter?
You don't want to know that shit.
Compared to when you're in the fleet.
You don't want to know that shit.
Well, I mean...
answer that.
It's 8. We thugging.
What time is it?
If that answers... It's 8:17.
Damn, it's 8:17?
Show is.
Fleet time? Be home.
I was actually about to skedaddle here shortly.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question,
man.
wise guy?
That hurt my soul. Anytime motherfuckers ask me what's my normal hours, it hurts.
We don't have normal hours.
What time you getting off? I don't know.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking much. How many people comment on these things? I was going to leave a comment, I'm not going to lie.
How many people are watching it?
Oh, that's a lot of fucking people. Yeah, who has a better mustache?
Yeah.
Somebody. You're welcome, wise guy. Somebody's gonna say something.
Mm,
I think you need to get a mustache. It's part of the office.
it is. Everybody like it if y'all want to see Stats Arn Patterson with a mustache.
Both out of regs, damn right.
Mm-hmm.
You can grow your mustache an extra quarter inch for every hour you work past the normal working hours.
Mm-hmm. And recruiting duty.
Yep.
Did the other recruiter want to become Marine? Did
What?
the other recruiters want to become Marines as their first choice?
I don't know. You can ask them.
Hell yeah. Be real. Matter of fact, I did talk to the Navy.
What Marine Corps order?
So I did talk to the Navy first, and then can I curse or no? Is that frowned upon?
Don't say no wild shit on my stream. You can get me demonetized and shit.
So did talk to the Navy recruiters before I talked to the Marine recruiters. My homeboy told me not to be a bitch and go into the office and work out with them. And now the environment, the mentality, the way that you never settle and you keep progressing, you know, the challenge.
I did not talk to another branch at all personally. I just knew that if I did the easy one, that I was always gonna wonder what would have happened if I would have done the harder one. And yeah, I'm too competitive for that, so I didn't want to leave that out on the table.
Gotcha. Excuse me.
What MOS are y'all? We fucking
Combat engineer, best MOS in the Marine Corps.
8411s, baby. That's what we are. We 8411s around here. The Air Force denied my waiver. Should I be a Marine? I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. The Air Force denied your shit. You probably cooked, big dog. I ain't gonna sit here and I ain't gonna be the one to sit here and lie to you. What was the waiver for, man? Maybe we could probably, I don't know. Because don't think we easy. We the hardest branch to get into, be honest with you. If y'all are bored enough, I'll talk about my situation more. But it's just bullshit regarding my waiver. Hiram Befittium, you've been a mod for at least a couple of years now, big dog. At least a couple of years. Ooh, suicidal ideations. I mean, I definitely saw those get approved, man. But you got to understand, the Marine Corps is one of those branches you really don't fuck around with that shit, man. That's like any suicidal ideations and things like that. That's super hard. And it also depends on the circumstances, how long ago it was. You know, if it was like recent, past couple of years, oof, good luck. Like on some real shit, bro. I ain't. One thing about Stats Arn Pat, I'm the recruiter who ain't gonna bullshit you. I'm blunt as shit. I tell people to get the fuck out of my office every day. I don't tell them like that now. That's mean. I don't tell them like that. But, you know. What the fuck are y'all doing there so late? I know you don't get OT. I do. We get OT. We get OT, all right. Now, is it good OT? Hell no. Hell no, big dog. We get crackheads coming around here. We get some homeless people who play the little guitar for us. We get kids coming trying to sell Girl Scout cookies and shit around here. Appreciate the answer, but it's 50-50 with me, only because I can get into my dream school with ROTC with the Air Force compared to the Marines. I'm 21 right now. I just don't want to waste these years. You want to get into ROTC? It depends on what your dream school is.
Don't say pilot. Don't say aeronautical college. I'm gonna yell at you. The USMC does in fact have my enlistment information from FSY 1998. It will not allow. Does in fact have my enlisted information from FSY. What is it? Fiscal year 1998. What are you talking about? The Marine Corps. The Marine Corps probably don't keep those records. At least it's not electronically anymore. Not that long ago. I don't know what type of records or enlisted information you're looking for. It was a year ago now. That was what I was hoping for. Thank you for keeping it 100. I'll start EMT in May to become firefighter. Maybe I'll try enlisting down the line a few years. I had an 85 ASVAB. Yeah, man. Like I said again, stuff like that, suicidal ideations, unless you have some very strong supporting documentation from psychiatrists and things like that, your waiver is probably not going to get approved. Unless you go to the Army, they'll take any goddamn body, man. Like I've seen some questionable things get approved in the Army. But yeah, man, I'll be honest with you. If the Air Force declined your waiver, we're most likely to decline it as well. You want to go to Cal Poly, Air Force offer the school for ROTC, and the Marines ROTC don't show it on the website. Do you know the requirements for the scholarship before you're talking about all of this? Because I get it, Cal Poly, Air Force offer the school, because it may be like an Air Force ROTC program, big dog. The Marine Corps only uses naval ROTC, so in conjunction with like the Navy and stuff like that. So if that college specifically only has an Air Force program, then yeah, that's probably your best bet, man. If nothing else, go Marines for the drip. Uniform sexy as fuck. We don't sell uniforms over here, man. We don't sell uniforms. We don't sell benefits. We don't sell none of that, bro. Just we sell the Marine Corps. Being a good dude, doing good shit, the intangible stuff. That's our whole motto. That's what kind of separates us. The way you talk about the Army is like the Navy. It's just like Navy and Marine friends of mine. No, it's just facts. I'm not like saying any. I'm not lying. I'm not like. What's the crime you can get for like saying some stuff around saying some stuff that's not true about somebody? What's it called? What's the crime called? Defamation? Yeah, it ain't none of that because the shit I'm talking about, slander, defamation, yeah, ain't none of that because the stuff I'm talking about is actually facts. It's actually true. Um, Hello, so I'm planning to join the Corps this year and want to be an enlisted flight crew member. Do you have any tips? I'm really excited about boot camp and will hopefully go for the summer. Yeah, I have some tips. For one, you gotta not have any vision issues, man. You gotta have some decent eyesight, okay? Because that's one of the requirements, okay? The second one, you got to score very handsomely on your ASVAB test. Because the requirements for like air crew and things like that, you got to have some pretty good line scores. So I'll probably say anything above a 105 for your line scores would be best for you. Okay. As far as everything else, the only advice I can give you, man, is don't quit PT. Don't do it. Tell them the best base is 29 pounds. Fuck no, I hate 29 pounds. Anyone knows anything about me is that I don't like 29 pounds at all. Like at all. Because I've been to three ITXs damn near back to back to back. Anyone who's been in the Marine Corps for a good amount of time, you guys know what ITX is. Damn. It sucked out there. I ain't like it. I'm in New Jersey and given a listed Marine recruiter or commissioned recruiter manager has the ability to see this with my SSN everywhere. How and why is that? Wait, say it again. I mean, I'm in New Jersey and any given enlisted Marine recruiter or commissioned recruiter manager has the ability to see this with my SSN anywhere. How is that? Why? No, we can't. We cannot see your enlisted record shit. The only thing we can see is just whenever you went to MEPS, whatever you scored on your ASVAB and things like that. All your like enlisted record documents itself, we don't have access to that. You guys know Kylo Ren? What's his name? What's Kylo Ren name? Adam Driver? Yeah, like I can even see whenever Adam Driver went to MEPS and his ASVAB score and all of that stuff, but that's it. I can't see anything else. I don't want to see anything else. I don't want to sloop around people shit like that. Spring break in the stumps. A quote from a guy I knew in the Space Force. They said the Space Force was a selective process, and I got to boot camp and found out that was a lie. That let them all in. You guys will honestly figure out like whatever they be saying about recruiting most of the time ain't true, man. You'll see it firsthand, bro. Would you consider going on a selection school for MARSOC at any time in your career? No, that's not the route for me. That's not what I want to do. How'd you like Japan? Japan was dope. I'll go back. Chosen Son said, "What's up? What's good?" How do they know about the marijuana waiver? Oh, you had a marijuana waiver? Because that'll be on there. Yeah, your waivers and stuff will be on there. I'm saying your enlisted record documents itself. I can't see that shit. The only thing I really want and need is a copy of those line scores. From 1998? Here, what the fuck you trying to do, big dog? Re-enlist? Tournaments with 78, 64, UConn. They beat South Carolina? Oh, they beat USC. I don't care about USC. How have you managed to balance the expectation of your superiors while leading men and women? Has the Marine Corps trained you to multitask? The Marine Corps ain't nothing but a fucking one big multitask organization. If you can't multitask in the Marine Corps, you're not going to make it as a Marine. That's just stuff you pick up on while you're serving in the Marine Corps. You know what I mean? That's the stuff you pick up on. Balance the expectations. Balancing the expectations. I'm on a duty in which balancing the expectations is not acceptable. We have to meet the expectations at all times. That's us meeting the expectation at all times prevent it from ever being a draft ever again. To tell people that they have to join the military as opposed to volunteering to join the military, right? So we take our job very, very seriously over here, man. We're in a job that America relies on to not fail, as in recruiting and continuing to strengthen our force. How was your longest deployment? How long? It was like 7.5 months. It was like 7.5 months. Recruit me. What's wrong with you? You stupid? You got asthma? You got bronchitis? You ever had anxiety? What's wrong with you? Should I go infantry? If that's what you want. If that's what you want. If you want to be a fucking Marine, that's what they call themselves over there, the real Marines. This is where the real Marines hang out. The damn infantry. The land of the grunts. Oh yeah, my uniform is fake too, but the records held are in fact very well. Very well. I'm confused. Most jobs, U.S. Air Force specific, you do not need 6 years. You can get away with a 4-year, but you just won't get a bonus. I had a 4-year, but a lot of people in my job signed 6 years because they had to. What is the route to have a possibility of trying out for MARSOC? Any route, man. Any MOS can try for MARSOC. You just got to be a good dude. A lot of motherfuckers think to become MARSOC, you got to be the biggest, baddest motherfucker on God's green earth. It's the complete opposite, man. You can ask anyone who tried out for MARSOC. It don't matter how well you do physically. That's not how they're grading you. They're grading you to see if you're a selfless person. Selfless. They're grading you to see if you are a chill dude and can you perform under pressure. That's what they're looking for. Oh, is that fucking Trevino? Oh, let me look at this picture. Andrew Trevino. What's going on, Trevino? I remember you, man. How you doing, brother? What is your advice for new officers coming from OCS or OTC? Learn from those who's going to be training you, right? If you're a brand new officer and whenever you hit the fleet, you're most likely going to have a staff sergeant or either a gunnery sergeant. You're most likely going to have a staff sergeant or either a gunnery sergeant training you. Take their advice. New officers, you're brand new to the Marine Corps. You don't know shit. Sorry to tell you that. It's the reality. Take the advice of your staff and COs. They will guide you, they will mentor you, and they will not fail you. Just ensure you do not fail them. That's the best advice that I can have, okay? Lead your Marines, lead them firmly, but fairly, and since you are the new guy, don't be a pushover. You're an officer of Marines, you are expected to act and behave as such, okay? That is critical in regards to commissioned officers, okay? Because Marines don't want to serve under a weak officer. They don't. What's up? You good?
Good.
All right. Hayes Parfait, make sure he puts in his appointments.
Yeah, it's his computer died when he's putting the second one.
All right.
Mission maker tomorrow?
You want something done with my statement brief and letter?
Yeah.
Just wanted to say that you are a big inspiration for me. You offer a lot of valuable guidance. I really appreciate that, man. It means a lot. Yep, that means a lot. Well, listen, guys, I'm finished. I'm about to wrap up here, head home to my loving family. All right. And review this email really quickly. From the freaking motivated Colonel Ogden. Arrgh! Fucking Colonel Ogden is just so goddamn motivating. I don't understand, man. When you got a colonel who's motivating? Come on, man. Listen, recruiting though. Recruiting has is definitely it's definitely an experience. I can tell you guys that much. But listen, man, one thing about me now, I keep it real. So I'll probably post another video explaining recruiting and everything like that, so you guys can be more more familiar with it and things like that. If you guys have any other questions about it, you guys can always hit me up on Instagram, right? How often do you go live? My son may have some questions that you can answer. I absolutely can answer questions. I don't go live often anymore because I'm always busy. Anytime I do go live, it'll most likely be like now, whenever it's the end of my workday and things like that. But my Instagram, can somebody put my Instagram in the chat? Can I type? I don't think I can type. If someone can put my Instagram in the chat, I will pin it. Yeah, honestly, don't let me type. I can't even type on my own thing. You're so stupid. Put my, see, you know what, Parfait? Don't even worry about it. Drop dead time 2100. Don't even worry about it. You're going to stay here with me. We're going to stay here together tonight. Go get your freaking sleeping system. Don't even worry about it. Put my Instagram in the chat, all right, so I can pin it. It's SSGT_PATT. Staff Sergeant _Pat. There we go. Can I pin it? All right, guys, that's my Instagram right there. SSGT_PATT. I am on the West Coast. I'm on the West Coast. But I can answer any questions that anyone may have. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, just feel free to reach out to me in DMs. Can you guys just put I'm coming from the live stream though, so that way I know who you guys are? Because I get a lot of freaking wild stuff, man. Wild DMs. I got a 96 on the ASVAB, so my recruiter told me I could do anything. Then they found out I was colorblind. Yep, I mean, we ain't doctors, right? We're not freaking optometrists and things like that. So that is the kicker, right? You do qualify for everything, but not really, because you're colorblind, right? Because you got to be able to distinguish different colors. So probably don't want you working on aircraft or anything like that, right? But there are still a lot of other options that you do qualify for, unfortunately for you, sir. A lot of people don't even know they're colorblind, but that is the. Somebody said they knew a Staff Sergeant Pat. He was Asian. That's funny. But all right, guys, I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna go head home to my family. Till next time, it's good to see you guys. Peace.